Hi, I'm Dan Coombs here, and today I'm going to walk you through the Fantasy Football Draft Calculator. First thing you do is you set up your league settings. Every league has their own individual settings. You name your team. It's available for both auction and snake drafts, which you'll see here. You enter in the number of teams as well. Let's say we're only going to do 3 teams, or you know what, we're only going to do 2 teams for this purpose. Okay. Number of draft rounds or salary cap. So we're doing an auction. We're going to go ahead and change that to $1,000 salary cap. The number of fantasy positions, very simple. We're just going to go 3 for illustrative purposes. And flex positions. You name your flex position. Maybe you've got a running back / tight end flex position. Maybe it's running back, wide receiver, and tight end. Whatever it may be, you just go ahead and you put that in there. You hit submit. That's going to take you to the points page. Now this is important because what we do is we apply your individual league settings and point settings, because every league has a little bit unique point settings. Some may only give 10 yards per point. Some may give 20 yards per point. And we have little helpful reminders here to help you with that out. Some people have negative points, fraction values, whatever it may be. But those settings, we take that on and we apply that, multiply that out times the projections of each of the players that are going to be drafted. Now we don't create these projections ourselves. We actually get it from CBS Sportsline, Fantasy Football Magazine, Top Rated Magazine, Yahoo Fantasy Sports. We combine all those projections from those guys in order to come up with the auction values or draft rank. So very simple. You put all your projected points in here, hit submit. Next thing we're going to do now is we're going to create the teams that are going to be within this draft. So we're going to go with the team name of Trey. And here's some powerful features right here. Maybe Trey is a North guy. He's got a team bias. So, you know, maybe it's the Cincinnati Bengals. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in his team bias, because what that does is, I've always found this helpful when I'm drafting. If I know that someone has a team bias, a conference bias, or a favorite player bias, they tend to pick someone from that team or that player either a little bit further ahead of when he's projected to be drafted, maybe because they like them and they see them a lot, or they'll bid a little bit more. And it helps me know or budget in that I know that this guy's going to bid a little bit more for that particular player or draft them ahead of time. So we added in this team bias here in conference and favorite play bias, and what that does is that moves up players in their projected rank and or dollar value just for that individual team. We're going to join a draft that's already in progress, and I'll walk you through the draft section here. Towards the right, you've got your list of projected players here. You can scroll by all, you can scroll by quarterback, running back, whichever. In this column over here, this shows the current picks that the particular individual is drafted, and this shows the next predicted pick. So what we look at here, for instance, is whoever this person has or has not taken based on who's available. And what you see here, this little prompt, this is the auction bid box. So for instance, someone's already bid on Larry Fitzgerald, and if you're doing an auction draft, this allows you to do a live auction draft from different areas. Let's say you live in different states, or you're at work and you want to do the auction in between breaks or something like that. You can log on with a few buddies into your auction bid here. So for instance, someone's trying to bid on Larry Fitzgerald. The current bid is $600. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that by hitting cancel. You're going to see it refresh and pop up with Larry Fitzgerald now going to this auction beta 2. You can hit down, and what this does is this shows you who he's drafted up to this point. This shows you who you've drafted up to this point and next predicted picks. So right here, looking for your second receiver, you've got Randy Moss coming in, and he's predicting that we're going to get Sean Green over here for this next predicted pick. Again, you can sort by all over here. You can sort just by running backs. You can sort just by quarterbacks of what's available left to be drafted, wide receivers, tight ends, whatever we've got up to that point in time. So that is the Fantasy Football Draft Calculator. Again, enter in individual team settings, your points, allows you to do live online auction drafts when you're in different areas with different people. Allows you to see who they're going to predict next, allows you to enter in team biases, conference biases to help you predict next picks, and when someone's going to go a little bit higher than the next person. Keeps track of everything for you here. And that's it. Fantasy Football Draft Calculator on whatisaverage.com. Thanks.